Hey guys, so yes, I do look the same from yesterday's Vlogmas, but I just wanted to do a real quick intro. If you guys had seen the sneak peek to Vlogmas video that I posted before Vlogmas had started, you would know that there would have been a couple videos here and there that I would have pre-filmed. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up that this video was pre-filmed. I actually had meant to post it in November, but it just wasn't working out with scheduling, so then I just thought I'd put it in with Vlogmas. So this video was recorded a while back, but I just wanted to give you guys that heads up. But it's still a great video, and that is the bookshelf tour part 2, since everyone loved the first bookshelf tour, because these are not just the only books that I have. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so my second bookshelf I actually keep in our guest bedroom just because it made sense furniture wise. Again, I do have decor pieces on this because it adds to it. So this is that CF, so this is that rose picture that I was talking about in my room tour that I had exchanged for the mirror. I thought it went well in this room. And then this is like a little butterfly flower figurine that belongs to my grandma. And then this like little quail thing. This is also my grandma's. I also keep 2 picture frames on this. I kind of decorated the guest bedroom. That's but I have 2 picture frames. It usually sits here, but I took it down out of privacy. But now going on to the first shelf. Alright, so for the first shelf I have these wooden roses for a display piece. And then this is a little music box from when I was little, so I keep that in here. This is a little horse that I actually received as a prize when I was little. Then right here are some bigger books. This is actually my mom's. It's The Love of Horses. And then we have this picture encyclopedia. My grandparents gave this to me when I was young. And then my grandparents also gave me this book when I was younger. This is the Beginner's World Atlas. Then over here we have the devotional Jesus Calling. We have the NIV Bible, the New Testament but in Spanish, and this book called Walking with God, and it has quotes in it from Dr. Charles Stanley. This bookshelf is a mixture of books that I had just gotten and received and my cookbooks. Then for decor I have this Treasury of Peter Rabbit, and it has all 6 books, and they're all cardboard, and they have like little pictures, and it's a really cute little treasury of books to have. Some of these books you might have seen in my bookstore or book haul videos. So I have Clap When You Land, A Song Below Water, The Light Keepers. This is actually a book that my cousin had given me. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. This one I'd recently gotten at a used bookstore. Then of course we have All This Time. Then we have Let It Snow. So usually these books stay here until I can find a place for them to go on the other bookshelf in my room. And then we have The Adventures of Tintin, The Secret of the Unicorn. And if you guys had seen my book haul video, I love Tintin, and this is the one I've been looking for the most. This is my absolute favorite. And then we have episode 6 of Star Wars, but written as a Shakespeare play. Then we have Delicious. This is actually a book that my cousin had given me. The Light Between Oceans. This is another book my cousin gave me. Little Fires Everywhere, and this is also another book that my cousin had given me. Then right here we have some of my favorite cookbooks. This is The Rainbow Bakery, which is a children's cookbook. Alpha Bakery, which is another children's cookbook. This is the Chronicles of Narnia, Aslan's Triumph little book, but in the back there is a recipe for Turkish delight. Then we have an American Girl Felicity's cooking book, and this is Rosanna Pansina's Nerdy Nummies cookbook. This is my favorite cookbook, but it's a complete step-by-step with pictures, and it makes it a lot easier when learning how to do different recipes. This is a book my dad had given me. It's called Hardly in the Kitchen, and it also has pictures in it. I cook better if the cookbook has pictures in it because it helps me be able to see what I'm doing. This is one of the first cookbooks I've ever gotten, and the author actually signed it somewhere. Right there, and it says, Ashley, cook with confidence, Katie. And then this is a smoothie cookbook. That's my dad's, but I took it. I'm not going to go through all of the books right here, but I'll pick out a few of my favorites. But for Decor Pieces, I have this little watch that belongs to someone in the family. And this was actually my gavel from when I was president in 4-H. A lot of these books are different plays or different books that I got from high school, and also some of my favorite poetry books. So these are just some school handbooks. But this is a book I had gotten in Austria. It's called Forever Liesel, and it's about the person who played Liesel in The Sound of Music. This is a poetry book that my dad gave me called Heart Talk. This is Stuff I've Been Feeling Lately by Alicia Cook. This is called The Princess. This is one of my favorite poetry books called The Princess Saves Herself, and this one by Amanda Lovelace. This is another Amanda Lovelace poetry book called The Mermaid's Voice Returns in this one. And these are some old school books that I wanted to keep. And then right here, this is the script for The Wiz, the script for Once, Medea, the script Medea by Robinson Jeffers, a few theater books, and then we have The Tempest. This was actually my script book when I was in it. Then this I highly recommend for anyone who's just starting out with Shakespeare. It's called No Fear Shakespeare. I got this also for The Tempest, but basically on this side is the Shakespeare written version, and on this side is it written in English so that you can understand what's being said. Then I have the script for Macbeth. I was not in Macbeth, but I wanted to have this copy. Then I have some monologue books over here. I love reading mythology books, so I have a Greek mythology book. And then I have 2 of the 3 Steinbeck books that I own. So I have The Red Pony, The Log from the Sea of Cortez. I do have Cannery Row, but I keep it in the other room right now. And then I have my 2 favorite Hunger Game books. I have Catching Fire and The Hunger Games. I got rid of Mockingjay because that honestly wasn't my favorite. But yeah, like I said, the others just have some school books that I read, such as The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom, Beowulf, and there's a few others, and I kept them for if I wanted to reread them or if I never finished them. Down here, I'm also not going to really go through these books, but I have a picture of the very first corgi I ever had. His name is Morgan, and then these are 2 of my old piggy banks. And then these are just dictionaries and old textbooks and such. This nightstand, which you have seen in a lot of my videos, and that sits next to my reading corner. I didn't talk about it in my room tour because I wanted to include it in this book tour. This is where I keep a few other books. So usually right here, I keep a stack of books of whatever I'm currently reading or had just finished reading. If you guys remember in the first bookshelf tour, I said I have the entire collection of the Chronicles of Narnia, and this is it. I keep it on my side table. I think it's a very beautiful book to have on display, but also to read, and it has gold sides on it, which is just beautiful. You guys might recognize this little side table from when I'm doing my breathing treatments, and my uncle had actually built this for me so I can keep my nebulizer right in here. And then down below, I can just have a little bookshelf. So this is actually where I keep all of my cystic fibrosis related books. So the first one is Salt My Soul, An Unfinished Life by Mallory Smith. Then you guys know how much I love 5 Feet Apart, and I have several versions. This is the 5 Feet Apart poster version, and it has pictures in it from the movie. And then this book has the original artwork on it. Then I'm trying to grow my collection so that I can have 5 Feet Apart in different languages. I got this in Austria, and this is 5 Feet Apart in German. Then the second shelf below it, this is a beautiful novel called Changing Fate. And then next is this little illustrated book explaining what cystic fibrosis is in Go Lungs Go. And this is Beauty and the Disease by Mallory Hicks, and again it is a fun illustrated book explaining what cystic fibrosis is. Then this is the CF Warrior Project by Andy Lippman, and it features 65 cystic fibrosis warriors and their stories. Then this is a cute little book called Franklin Goes to the Hospital. It doesn't have anything in it relating to cystic fibrosis, but it's a cute little book. And last but not least, this is another illustrated book explaining what CF is, and it's called Mallory's 65 Roses. And this is the same Mallory from Salt in My Soul. So that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit long, but I really enjoy sharing what books I have or what books I'm reading. So I hope you guys enjoyed that too. But I will see you guys tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 4.